Good good morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us this morning. If you're watching us live, we do appreciate that. Having a little lag getting into the show this morning. Thank you. If you're joining us live on Facebook, thank you for that. If you are watching us online, we do upload these shows to www.livingstonparishnews.com/podcast. And I do apologize for being late this morning, trying to track down information about that train derailment. We're going to talk about it in just a second. Excuse me. I-12 getting into your traffic, looking pretty good this morning. Your on-ramps, not too bad. But that train derailment is causing major delays on the east side of Walker. On 190, you're looking at major delays on the in and around 449. And please keep that in mind. I'm sorry, I did not, in my haste, I did not connect to the appropriate Wi-Fi. So bear with me this morning. Might be a little slow, might have some periods of some sketchy lag. So please try to stay with us this morning. At any rate, looking at a train derailment at 449 on 190. So please keep that in mind if you are traveling this morning. Still waiting for more details to come in. We do know that it has 190 east and west shut down at that point. 449 is also shut down. So if you usually come south on 449 to 190, you're going to need to go north and go up and around. Now, it's also caused power outages in the town of Livingston. Still waiting for a word on how long power to the east of that derailment site is going to stay down. So we'll keep you informed of that. But again, pretty major traffic incident in and around the 449 area due to a train derailment. Please keep that in mind. Otherwise, traffic seems to be flowing pretty well this morning. Getting into your weather, it's currently 73 degrees, 87 degrees your high, 72 your overnight low. Looking at some afternoon thunderstorms starting around noon. And we have a flash flood warning heading into this evening. So please keep that in mind as well. Remember, if you're heading to work, probably going to be dealing with some rain on your way home. Please bring an umbrella or a poncho. Speaking of rain and weather, talking about the Amite River, sorry for the tongue click, talking about the Amite River stages, currently at 19.99 feet, just about 20, expected to get to about 23 feet after this afternoon's rain. Not too bad considering action stage is only 26 feet, so we're still even under action phase. There was still a lot of capacity there in the Amite River, not too bad. Started at about 10 feet when this rain began a few days ago, so plenty of capacity. Not looking at any kind of flood stages at this time. However, please be mindful of heavy rains this afternoon that could cause flash flooding as well as dangerous road conditions. Remember, turn around, don't drown. It was announced yesterday, or actually it was announced closer to last weekend, but we got it out yesterday. Mr. Brian Thomas, the wide receiver and basketball player from Walker High School, has been invited to participate in the All-American Bowl. That's January 9th at the Alamo Dome. It's on 12 p.m. It's on NBC at 12 p.m. So again, it'll be in San Antonio at the Alamo Dome. It's by invite only for some of the best athletes, specifically football athletes in the country. So quite an honor for Mr. Brian Thomas. Congratulations to him. Getting into your coronavirus statistics real quick, 52,477 cases, 3,039 deaths, 39,792 have recovered. 638,000 tests have been affected. That's quite a bit, quite a jump from May to June. 631 have been hospitalized on 77 ventilators. In Livingston Parish, there are 768 cases, 36 deaths, and 10,500 tests. Yesterday, we talked about the governor who was going to have a press conference at around 3:30. He did, in fact, do that. There was a lot of speculation about what would happen, but mainly it was a finger wag. It said, we can go backwards in phases if we have to. Right now, we're still staying in phase 2, so none of that changed. However, there was a lot of pushing for wearing of the masks. According to the governor and the Louisiana Department of Health, the increases in cases over the last few days have been mostly community transmitted. So what that means is that's transmitted between like you and I at the grocery store, as opposed to congregate settings, which are things like nursing homes, that sort of thing. So it's important to know that, when you're going out in the community, wear a mask. That's what they're pushing. It's supposedly supposed to help. According to the science, it reduces it by large percentages as more people are wearing masks, especially between two different individuals. So the CDC is recommending it. The World Health Organization is recommending it. The Louisiana Department of Health is recommending it. I know a lot of people think masks are uncomfortable. Maybe they even go so far as to think they're unnecessary. I wear mine. I wear a giant respirator, actually. It's a paint respirator. So recommend you wear that mask, especially when you're going in public. That's what they're pushing. We do not want to go backwards. One of the quotes Governor John Bel Edwards uses quite often that he learned at West Point is you don't want to shed blood over the same piece of land twice. So we don't want to go backwards. That would be devastating for the economy. Let's remember, if you don't feel like wearing a mask, I mean, at least try to keep 6 feet of distance between yourself and others and try to keep those gatherings low. And speaking of those, let's get into those mitigation efforts real quick. Wash your hands for 20 seconds or more with soap and water. Disinfect common surfaces at home and at the office. Wear a mask, if at all possible, in public. Don't touch your face, my favorite one. Control your cough with an elbow or a tissue. 6 feet of distance or more between yourself and others in public. 25 or less to a gathering, preferably less, and stay home if you are sick. Utilizing telehealth to get in touch with your doctor, and stay home to work if at all possible. Lane Hardy is experiencing symptoms now, as well as his girlfriend and his bodyguard and a few other people in his close circle. He has canceled or postponed, the second leg of his virtual tour. A lot of those have been moved to late July and August as opposed to happening right now. You can check out his Facebook page for that specific information, but please keep him in your thoughts. They are all dealing with it. Everybody in his close circle is dealing with that at the moment. Urban Air Adventure Park in Denham Springs is offering an Essential Workers Day that's coming up this Friday. Check it out on their Facebook page. If you were somebody that had to work or needed to work during the coronavirus outbreak, and that's people like nurses, doctors, pharmacists, line layers for Entergy and things of that nature, people who had to go to work and were essential during this time, they are offering a free night for you and your children to come and hang out at Urban Air Adventure Park and blow off some steam. Again, you can check out their Facebook page or their website, urbanair.com, and sign up for that. You'll have to prove, of course, that you were an essential worker, but they are offering Friday night a chance to get back to it. However, it will be capped. They will be practicing social distancing and mitigation efforts. So please remember that. Try to jump on that as soon as possible if you haven't heard of it yet. Quick show today because I was trying to get a lot of that information on the train derailment. Of course, we're still waiting for more information to come. Do want to report no injuries at this time, but there is a train derailment at 449 in Walker and 190. Please seek another route. If you usually take 449 south to 190, you're going to have to turn around and go the other way. They're not going to let you through. They're also pushing everybody back out coming in on 190 east and westbound. So that area will be closed for the foreseeable future. If you're on your commute this morning, you're going to have to find another way to come westbound this morning. Interestingly enough, about the traffic pattern in that area, a lot of people trying to go east in that area as well. Major backups on the east side of that derailment. So keep that in mind as well. Otherwise, I-12 looking pretty good, flowing pretty well. 64 heading into Central, some minor delays. There are some delays at 4H Club Road, River Road, and 190, but very minor. Traffic is flowing this morning, so that's a good thing. 73 degrees is your current temperature. 87 your overnight high, or your high during the day, your overnight high. Try that again. 73 degrees is your current temperature. 87 degrees is your high today. 72 your overnight low. Now you are looking at some afternoon thunderstorms with some flash flood warnings through this evening, but Amite River and most of the places in and around it not quite near flood stage, and probably not going to hit flood stage during all this rain. So that is important. That's good to know. Currently at Denham Springs, Amite at 19.99 feet, looking at about 23 feet after this afternoon's rain. And of course, action stage at 26. You're not even into the flood stage yet. So a lot of capacity in the Amite River. The big thing to watch out for is that flash flooding. Please remember, if you don't know how deep water is on a road, turn around, don't drown, or at least don't lose your vehicle. One last time, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. This is our 1-year anniversary. So we have been doing this show for 1 year. So we appreciate those of you who have stuck with us. It's been an interesting year. If you're looking for an interesting picture, you can go look on our Facebook story. I'll post it in just a little bit. It shows the original show and the original setup, and it was over there in the corner. And of course, we have since updated the camera, updated the microphone, trying to get a little bit better sound and picture for you guys in the morning. So we do appreciate y'all sticking around. We haven't done a whole lot of guests on the morning show. We try to keep those for the podcast, but we do have some folks who have expressed interest in the morning show as a guest. So we're going to be trying to get back into that while still practicing some social distancing over time. But appreciate you guys sticking with us for a year. Hoping to do it for another year. It's been fun. It's very interesting to get my morning started this way, right here in front of you guys. So again, my name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us for the Livingston Parish News Morning Show. Want to remind you that we're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print on Thursdays. We are also online, www.livingstonparishnews.com. We have a podcast page where you can find these shows. There are audio and video versions. They're both free. We also have a breaking news section where legislative coverage is free. Also, coronavirus coverage is free. www.livingstonparishnews.com/coronavirus. Again, thank you, Miss Karen. Thank you. 1 year anniversary. Again, thank you guys for joining us. We hope you have a great day. Please try to avoid that derailment at all costs. It's going to back you up for the day. And we will see you tomorrow morning to wrap up the week.